Hello, you're listening to Questboard, a podcast where we make up random side quests. My name is Brandon.
And I'm Tiffany. And just so you know, we are not professional writers in any way, shape, or form. At least we don't claim to be. We just really like tabletop RPGs, and we do this for fun.
That's right. And everyone listening to this podcast, I have a cautionary tale for you guys about not anticipate what your party's going to do.
Oh, yeah.
So, we had our monster of the week, and I am going to, Tiffy, before you say anything, I'm going to say everything that I had planned out, and then we're going to talk about what you guys did.
Okay.
It all started when I made a side comment about someone having a motorcycle, and the players latched onto that.
You can't just say Billy Jenkins got a motorcycle and us not to think that's important information.
So I knew it had to turn into something. So I thought, and I'm going to already just reveal this, I thought if a woman who made that comment and all that stuff thought it was really cool because he had a motorcycle in the 90s, he was going to be an incubus and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Less of original and all that, like, not original creation, but something. And so when the session started, I knew that the person who talked to that woman, because no other player actually talked to this woman, it was just him, noticed her talking to a guy leaning on a motorcycle, chatting up and all that stuff, seemed interested, and then was giving a necklace. And so the point was to then say, oh, no one else was shown to have a motorcycle, and the players had been like, wrote down information saying, hey, this person has a motorcycle. Okay, we see person with said motorcycle. Then it was going to be just like somewhat a suspicious thing or whatever. I was originally having planned where they would talk to the person, maybe then look into like the guy with the motorcycle or whatever, or even just ask her questions about like what they could be doing later or anything like that, or whatever questions asked didn't fully matter. But if they weren't going to do anything, I knew that the next day or that night she was going to die, in which then I had planned where then on the TV, a news flash and all that stuff shows a like mummified corpse found outside of town. And the only reason I point out a said necklace was to identify, oh, that is the same necklace on this mummy that you saw on a living person the day before. To kind of connect instead of thinking, oh, it's a completely separate thing. Then I was hoping for the players to then look into where they live or see if the incubus would go after another woman and then catch him in the act or anything like that. And then fight/confront and all that stuff. Also, I did have planned where the incubus's special ability is to like anime hearts on the eyes kind of charm to get innocent women to fight the party, because he's a lover, not a fighter. And so then I thought it'd be really funny obstacle for the players of, do I hurt this innocent person who's just charmed? And so you can't really kill them, but they are really trying to kill you.
Yeah.
And so I thought that'd be a fun dilemma.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also had planned like the quote unquote final fight to be against someone who was canonically in the town before, who's super buff, whose parents are like, dad is the owner of the dojo in town and mom is a professional weightlifter.
Yeah.
And so she's just super jacked. I'm like, okay, she's going to be like the super tough like final fight. And I thought that'll be fun. And wait to introduce that character. Now, what the party did
none of that.
Mostly none of that. They entered, you guys saw that and then was immediately fixated on the necklace.
Yeah, he gave her a shiny necklace. And then guess what? She died. Must be the necklace.
But one of the party members has the ability to see spiritual and magical energy, in which none of that happened or none of that was seen on the necklace.
Yeah, no, she even asked about it and we all completely forgot that.
And I flat out said, no.
Yep. And then we all were just like, huh. Yeah, it's got to be the necklace.
And so you guys are fixated on the necklace. Then you investigate possible, like, what could this monster be? Only asking questions about the necklace,
Yeah.
which I gave you guys gave you specifically somewhat of an out by saying, "Oh, what's being concealed here?" And I gave you the softball of, "Oh, there's a lot of different things that could like pull essence out,"
Mm-hmm.
implying, "Hey, the way you're asking is not the actual direction."
I realized that later.
And then you're like, "Oh, okay. What can kill it?" And I'm like, "Well, like I said, there's a lot of different things because I'm not gonna flat out say like point out the correct one."
Right.
And then you're like, "No, I was wondering about the necklaces." I'm like, "Okay, if you want to hear something for the necklace, here." And I gave you something that I impromptu like, which was
Right.
a good like somewhat scientific thing of how to destroy a siphoning necklace.
Right.
But I was like, this has nothing to do with this at all.
Which we then later found out the hard way.
And so I was like, okay. And then you guys were questioning where the guy is usually found.
Yeah.
And I just named 3 places where I could picture him just picking up women,
Yeah. Yeah.
which was just the arcade, the park, or the bar.
Yep.
And also, I had in my mind, it's like, okay, he stays up late. That means he sleeps in.
We got up early the next day and we're scoping out those places. And of course, we didn't find him. He was still asleep.
Yes. And, well, I wasn't going to tell you that.
Nope.
And so you guys decide to do that. Oh, so you go to the bar.
Yep.
Side note, if you're uncomfortable with what I'm about to say, it's not real.
If you're uncomfortable with children drinking alcohol, is what he's getting at.
Yes. Your character
He is 13 years old.
But I roleplayed like in the 90s in a rural town. They don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm roleplaying as that.
To be fair, she ordered a ginger ale.
Yes, and I thought it'd be funny to just give her a gin and tonic. So you got to roleplay drunk because you just automatically said, "Oh yeah, she's such a lightweight."
Well, she doesn't drink. She's 13.
Yeah, but you don't have. You implied that she's already drunk. You're too much thinking like anime, kind of like, oh, he got drunk off of grape juice.
Pretty much.
You were going way that direction.
Mm-hmm.
No one in the party really listens to this podcast. So I'm going to ask you, do you think your character would actually in future sessions want to drink now?
Probably not. Because the headaches afterwards probably weren't great for her.
But, okay, it's up to you. I was just thinking like, oh, it'd be really fun if this becomes a recurring thing. Like now you found a vice.
Yeah, but also I didn't like the -1 in my rolls while drunk.
Well, I shut that down real quick because I'm like, okay, this isn't as fun.
Yeah.
Because I thought it'll be funny, but then I realized it wasn't that funny.
It was just counteracting my my tough. I'm not that tough.
Anyway, speaking of the bar.
Yeah.
So you guys stay at the bar, basically saying, hey, we're going to hang out until we see him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, fine. I'll put him in there. So he walks in, all that stuff. And then one player is like, okay, we're going to start a bar fight.
Yep. We started a bar fight. All right.
And internally, I'm like, where is this going?
We had no real plan at that point.
You guys just needed to just see him pick up a girl, follow him, stalk him to his house, and then like see what he does. And then you could just stop him or whatever.
I don't think children need to be seeing that.
I was even going to set up where it's not even going to be because he's an incubus. I was just going to be like, oh, when he makes out with them, then he siphons the energy.
Kind of like
I wasn't even going to go that far.
Sanderson sisters just suck your soul out of your body.
Yes, I wasn't. I was going to do like PG-13 max on that one. But you guys never gave me a chance.
Yep. Well, you can't predict us.
And so then I'm like, okay, you rolled well. Bar fight ensues. There's a brawl.
Yep.
And then you guys also, like, in the beginning of it, you swiped his motorcycle key.
Mm-hmm.
While you, actually outside, pushed it over in somewhat of a drunker stupor of, I want to push his bike over.
Who doesn't want to push over a motorcycle at some point in their life? It's like couch
No,
tipping.
I never wanted to.
Really?
Because
you don't see them all lined up there and just want to go knock them over?
I am not a jerk.
Well, it's not necessarily to be a jerk, just to watch him fall. That sounds like fun. Like dominoes.
Motorcycles, that will do a lot of damage.
Oh, yes, it would. Which is why I haven't done it.
Oh, that's the only thing that's stopping you.
Yeah.
I never had the impulse to do it in the first place.
Well, good for you.
You're a horrible person.
I haven't done it.
You still have the inkling to do it. Anyways.
Yeah, don't you ever want to push over dominoes just to watch them fall? It's the fun
Dominoes
thing of watching them
doesn't-
dink, 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 dink.
We're not going into this.
Okay.
Anyways, the party gets out of the bar fight after taking some damage because bar fight.
Yeah.
You guys then are like, okay, we're gonna put his bike into the truck.
Yeah, we misinterpreted how heavy a motorcycle is.
Oh, also, you thought the bike was a part of
We thought the bike was part of it, yeah.
the whole soul sucking thing, even though it didn't emanate any magical properties. It was just a bike.
We didn't actually ask about that one.
No, the person who could see it did.
Oh.
You were too drunk.
Fair.
And so then you're like, oh, we put it in the back of a truck bed. I'm like, where is this
I think
going?
we got it about halfway in the truck.
Yes, because I'm like, there's no point. I guess we'll just initiate combat then.
Well, I mean, he saw us with the bike, so.
Well, I forced him to see you with the bike
Right.
because I'm like, I don't know where this is going. You guys aren't like have nowhere close to finding out he's an incubus. So I guess we'll just do it here and you won't ever find his weakness. Okay. Then the woman he was talking to at the bar was with him and he charmed her and then attacked you guys
Mm-hmm.
and all that stuff. And then things kicked off.
And then we ran him over with the truck.
Yes.
But he got better. Well, he got
Right.
up.
He got up. And so then you guys fought him.
Yep.
Killed him.
We ran down an alleyway and sent the really buff lady after us, which one of our players managed to talk down a little bit because he actually like knows her family and stuff.
Yes. You guys shot at him, all that stuff.
Yeah, me and Hannah's character managed to do a really cool scene where we both shot him at the same time from opposite sides. And so we were both aiming for his head and we both hit while rolling the exact same thing. It was a good moment.
Oh, and also I gave you guys a curse gun.
Oh, right. Yeah. We also bought a cursed gun. We didn't know it was cursed when we bought it. We were just, oh, hey, cheap gun.
Well,
It's cursed.
yeah, I mean, it's a high powerful weapon that was super cheap. Of course it was cursed.
Then, of course, we had to give it to the most emotionally distraught person in the entire family.
Yeah, I was hoping it would go to that character, actually.
Yeah, no, that was very
I was
well
like, I have
placed.
no control who gets this, but whoever first fires it is going to be cursed now.
It was either going to be our cousin who has some emotional damage or older sister who also has a little bit of emotional damage, but less? You know,
Maybe.
The
I
one
don't
who
know.
sees ghosts.
I don't know if that's emotional damage.
I feel like seeing ghosts all your life has a little bit of emotional damage. Like, it would have been better in her
well,
hands.
I mean, now we're going to go into the psychology of things.
Yes.
If you see it from the very beginning, it might be just your norm, in which then you don't know if it's quote unquote psychologically damaged or that's just your normal thing.
That's true. That's
You-
true. I understand that.
Or you could be a Klaus from Umbrella Academy, which does a bunch of drugs, and yeah, he is emotionally damaged.
Right. See, I
But
was also
then-
thinking Watanuki from Holic.
I was gonna say Klaus's dad is not the best person if you watch the show. Anyways, this is a very long intro, and
Yeah.
So to sum it up, you guys defeated him, and then I decided you guys all get sent, spend the night in jail for initiating a bar fight, and then end the session.
We deserved that.
So yeah, never plan what the party does.
No.
Or you plan what the situation is going to be somewhat be, but you can never expect what they're going to do.
Right. You can plan as many contingencies as possible, but you will never plan enough.
And internally, I think it was a total just chaotic mess, and it was not a successful session. But did you guys have fun?
I had a blast.
Okay,
Acting
that's all
drunk
that
is
matters.
fun. For someone who's never had a drink in her life, I hope I did at least okay. I acted like what I've seen in movies.
What you see in movies is not really what happens.
Okay, I acted like my mom when she's had a few too many glasses of wine. I was going to say wines, and I'm like, that's not the right term. Which is a little over sherry, a little too close, a little in your face.
There's a lot of different types of drunks.
Right. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my mom, even when she's had a little bit of wine. She's not drunk. She's just a little buzzed.
Sure. We're not going to unpack that, speaking of trauma, but instead
That's
let
not
us
trauma.
make a quest today.
Oh, right. That's actually why we're here. Why
This-
we're actually recording ourselves talking.
Yes, was a long intro. I'm sorry.
Ooh, let's make
But
a
yeah.
quest.
Party screw up things up. Anyways, we're doing a regular one.
Regular old quest board.
So, you have dice.
Let's see if I can roll something we haven't already rolled. Yeah, I have dice. 82.
That seems high. Maybe we haven't done that. We have done it.
We have done that.
It's episode 3, Skilled Toy Maker. That is...
Glare bears?
It is Glare Bears.
Oh my goodness. The
So,
good
do you
old
want to
Glare
go
Bear.
up or down?
Let's go up.
Okay, 83.
Oh, nice.
We haven't done that.
That's a lot of capitals.
I know. In need of durable idiot. Brandon's going to say barbarian. No, usually parties will dump stat intelligence.
I know, but there's a lot of other kinds of durable idiots out there.
In need of durable idiot. We'll be working with impossible geometries. Sorry, that broke my brain. Why impossible geometries? Idiocy not needed but desired. Bring friends. Snacks provided.
Oh,
And then just a parentheses, which we ignore. So, why would someone need a durable idiot?
and we have to think up what impossible geometries are and bring friends.
Okay, I feel like we're not smart enough for this because we're two idiots.
We are the idiots. Although I wouldn't say I'm very durable.
No, I wouldn't say I'm durable either.
It's like I eat a taco and it wrecks me. So I'm not that durable. But, okay. Why would someone need durable, not necessarily the smartest person in the world? And what on earth, or whatever world this is taking place on, is an impossible geometry?
Okay,
Oh, I had a thing too, but you go first.
I had an idea of this is a play off of, I'm going to say, is your favorite movie. Remember that scene from Atlantis where they take like this stone pillar and then blow up the base and then made a bridge?
Yeah, look, I made a bridge. Took me what, 10 seconds?
Yeah, I knew you were going to get that. So, what if it's like this wizard? You know, let's say in this land or in this region, there's a lot of just ancient like towers or architecture and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so this wizard's like, okay, I have an idea to make use of these old ruined buildings. We're going to take like a couple of these keeps and see that they have like gaps or like crevice, ravines and all that stuff. I'm going to need a bunch of durable idiots to knock off these bases, these stones that I mark off. And then theoretically, it should fall and create a bridge. The person at the base might get hurt, so they need to be durable.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You want to hear my idea?
Sure, it's probably better than mine.
It might be adjacent. But also, just throwing that out there, it's not my favorite movie, but it's a close second.
You quoted a bunch to me.
Treasure Planet's my favorite movie. I quote that one more.
Okay.
Anyway,
I am a crappy friend, apparently.
I wouldn't expect you to always know what my favorite movie is. Like I said, Atlantis, close second. So, it's okay.
What's your idea?
Whoever it is that's posting this, whatever class they end up being, they're too smart for their own good. They have opened up a portal, wormhole, whatever you want to call it, into the math dimension. If someone with too much intelligence sets foot in this dimension, they will go insane because of all the mathematical calculations that get flooded into their head. So they need someone stupid who won't try to understand the math, who's already practiced at ignoring someone when they start talking math or smart speech. So they are already good at ignoring all the stuff that will be uploaded into their brain, just be like, whatever, science. That way they won't be mentally damaged by going in this place. The durability is that they're probably also bombarded with impossible geometry.
Okay, that suddenly reminded me of something. But this will be very much pulled from a podcast that already established this
Okay.
or did something. You know, my favorite Dungeons and Dragons podcast is Dungeons and Daddies.
It's not Quest Board?
Actual play D&D podcast
Okay, fair.
is Dungeons and Daddies.
Yeah.
In season 1 of that show, they encountered a dimensional witch
Interesting.
who cursed a random NPC to lose one of their dimensions. So now they're a 2-dimensional figure.
Oh, fun.
But they also helped the party because they needed to go into the 4th dimension to access someone's memories and all that stuff for story beat things.
Gotcha.
Well, what happens if a play off of that, because the 4th dimension, if you think about it, is time.
Okay.
So what happens if this person needs the party to basically be transformed from a 3rd dimensional person into a 4th dimensional, in which then it's experiencing countless different times all at once. That's why it's so disorientating.
Oh, my
And that's
brain
a
did think about that.
geometric, impossible geometries,
Mm-hmm.
in which then they have to fight something that's within the 4th dimension as well.
Okay. What if they're taken from scene to scene and it might change midway through, say, whatever battle it is they're having with whatever this thing is? So they enter the 4th dimension and they're going through time, randomly popping back and forth. So it'll be like way back in ye olden days, and then suddenly they're in the future, and suddenly they're in the middle, and it's just everything looks normal, and then all of a sudden it's back to the
I think.
past. Yeah,
Yeah,
right, Jack.
I think that's cool. But instead, if this is a like near the end of the campaign quest,
Mhm.
if you have this planned out in the beginning, throughout this entire quest, you have the party encounter some beast that's going through a fight scene, but you can't see what they're fighting.
Oh, I like this.
And so then once they are there, then are doing it, they realize and they get to the scene, they see basically past version of themselves, but they can't see them. So then they're like, oh, that's us. This is what that creature has been fighting, was
Would
future
they-
us.
Okay, so
This is going to get real complicated
just
real
broke a little bit.
fast.
they'll see a creature randomly fighting nothing.
Yes, because it's fighting within the 4th dimension.
Right. Maybe they'll just see like flashes or glimpses of it. Maybe maybe it's a creature that has the ability to teleport, and every time it teleports is when they see a flash of it.
It if you think about it, we can't see in the 4th dimension.
No.
We can only see in the 3rd dimension
Right.
at single moments of time. We can't see beyond time.
What I'm saying is it's teleporting through the 3rd dimension. Just flashing, literally, so really short things. And that's how
I
they
don't
would see
understand
it.
what you mean by flashing teleporting. I don't understand.
It's just blinking.
Okay.
They're just seeing like brief images of it, but you can tell it's in combat.
Okay.
It doesn't need to be like set in stone, like however they see it. I'm just going off of what you're saying is they see something fighting nothing, and then when they go on this adventure, when they're in the 4th dimension and they fight this thing, they realize, oh, we're what it was fighting, but we
Yes,
can't see us.
But I was also talking about it won't be just one instance.
Yeah.
The party for let's say 10 times they can encounter a similar looking monster that's fighting something, but they can't see in the 4th dimension,
Mhm.
and the monster could see in the 4th dimension.
Right. And what I'm thinking is like throughout the fight during this adventure in the 4th dimension, it will cause some sort of shift, some sort of
Okay. You're talking
pulse or
in the
something.
perspective of present day, not past. Like the party
yeah,
that's
I'm talking-
fighting in the 4th dimension.
Yes, I'm
The
talking about-
flashing. Okay.
Yeah.
When you kept talking about flashing and blinking and all that stuff, I thought you meant while they were watching it in the past, the younger versions of the adventurers.
I was also sort of mentioning that. Like they would see just glimpses of that creature. Like not whole, like they wouldn't just see the creature fighting nothing, it would just be brief flashes of it. Like after images almost. Just like an echo into the 4th dimension. Maybe the barrier between the 3rd and 4th dimension is weak in that spot, so they can slightly see it.
But my kind of argument to that is if the monster is capable of because if you think about, this is like Neil deGrasse Tyson level of discussion right now.
Neil,
It's
if you
all
have any
this
input.
fault because impossible geometries. It's all this fault.
Yes,
This
no,
this
it
part's
is.
fault. If you think about for the between the third and fourth dimension, if you are capable of seeing in the fourth dimension, that means you see everything within the same spot. So if in this room,
What I
you would basically, I would see every time you and I have been in this room or I've been in this room by myself or
Right.
anything like that, all at the same time and able to interact with said thing because I'm able to touch me from the week ago from when we record this podcast.
right, what I'm saying is they're not seeing into the fourth dimension.
But then you would just see in your perspective, just see me put my hand on like something that's like shaped like something shaped like a shoulder, but then you just see nothing because you only see in the third dimension of now, while I am now touching something in the fourth dimension of a week ago. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, but I'm getting a headache. What I'm saying is the creature has the ability to almost leave the fourth dimension, enter the third dimension, almost. Just at the point where you see a brief image of it. And that's what they're seeing in the third dimension when they're seeing it fighting them in the fourth dimension.
I think what we're saying, like you're trying to do a small boundary. What I'm trying to say,
It's a hard boundary.
It's a hard boundary of it can see in the fourth dimension or interact in the fourth dimension.
Oh,
you
I see what
think
you're
that
saying.
there's a small waning barrier.
Okay, you're actually saying this thing exists in the third dimension. It
Yes.
can just see and interact with the fourth.
Yes, because
Okay, I get it now.
Whenever a non-fourth dimensional interacting person could see it, they just see a creature
Fighting nothing.
fighting nothing because they can't see or perceive in the fourth dimension.
Okay.
I think the reason why I'm going for this approach is so that it's a major like plot twist when they finally get into the fourth dimension.
Right.
And then it's the reveal because then they will be jumping and I can still see the whole jumping of different timeline things.
And then they're always just jumping to where the creature is.
Yes, because it's hunting it down kind of thing.
Why? Why are they going after this creature? Is my
You
next
know what?
big question.
That is a good question.
Does it have something that the quest giver wants?
Maybe it's
Or is it
a creature that siphons time.
I was going to say, is it essentially destroying the world by either existing or what it's doing?
Oh, this could be a time wizard
We got a time wizard.
or a doctor. Who? I don't know. Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, I was trying my best to do a was it Brooklyn accent?
Anyways,
My reference was Yu-Gi-Oh.
What if this creature is actually breaking the timeline or the time loop or the continuum of time by basically being able to kill like people from a long time ago and screwing things up and creating paradoxes?
Ooh, maybe some other things they can start seeing like before they get to this quest is people just vanishing. Like maybe something they've interacted with causes them to be able to remember these people, but they'll just be walking down the street. Am I having a stroke? Street. And they'll like see someone that they've maybe interacted with before, but it's like a shopkeeper or something. And they'll be like, oh, hey, how you doing? And then that person like waving it back at them just vanishes. And then like, eh. And maybe
that or
they'll get a really strong sense of deja vu or something where they're like, there was someone there, wasn't there?
That or if you see banners of like a castle for a specific house and then all of a sudden changes house.
Oh, throw the what's
like
that
you killed
called?
an ancestor of someone a long time ago, and so that family is no more, and then therefore a different family has to be in charge of that region.
This is the Mandela effect. You're just hitting them with a in-game Mandela effect and see if they notice.
Yeah, but I would also do like every time you see like the party sees this creature fighting and all that stuff.
Right.
That's when one thing changes.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like they'll notice the creature, yes, but did they notice what changed?
It'll be the change before the creature, because then that would like do the anchor point of, oh, this is a time where the creature was, and so then the time wizard, time lord, could then pull the party to do
time sorcerer.
Time sorcerer, sure.
Ooh, time lock. Time
Should we
Warlock.
give them a name?
Okay. Well, okay, there's a really cool last name on my list that I actually saw earlier. It's Zamora.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know what would be a good first name or if that would just work as a first name.
Time Lord Zamora, where it
Lord.
doesn't even like,
Don't even need a first name.
they don't even need a first name / last name. It just goes by Zamora.
Yeah.
Okay. So we don't have really much to add, but so basically this is a long con
It is a long con.
quest. Yes.
This is almost like,
And if your party's not invested in it, then it's gonna be a letdown on your side. But
yeah, it's not quite a party starter, it's a party ender because it's the final.
I wouldn't say an
quest?
ender because then it's
Okay,
not the
yeah.
campaign. This
Yeah.
is not the.
Not the end of the campaign,
No.
but it's the end of this story arc.
I think that's pretty much it. Would you say?
I'd say this is a pretty good whole
Okay, we started off
campaign.
rough, but we got something of it,
I like it.
and we had a lot of confusion of what we meant,
Yes. Well,
but we understand.
it's impossible geometries, honestly.
Yeah, I know. Well, when you talk about the fourth dimension, it makes it super complicated when you talk about perspectives and all that stuff.
Especially when I don't fully understand what we're talking about.
I feel like I have somewhat of an idea, but I'm sure the comments will tell us or me that I'm wrong.
Hey, science gurus out there, prove us wrong.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, make a tweet about how we're wrong.
Or, just say hi.
Now, he has to point out something that's wrong. He always does
True.
that.
Yeah, and you know
In
what?
the movie,
There's probably
Interstellar,
plenty wrong in this, so please, call us out.
like I said, we're not smart. So
No.
let us know down in the comments of this YouTube video, or let us know on X at QuestBoardPod or on Blue Sky at QuestBoard. If you have a job posting of your own that you want us to do, hopefully nothing headache-inducing like this.
Yeah.
It was still interesting for a one-time thing. I just don't want to do it again. You can let us know on any of those platforms. And with that, I wish you all a good night.
And happy questing.